In this video, I'm sharing everything I learned in my mechanical engineering studies and over 10 years working in the industry about product design and how we applied it to 3D printing. We condensed all of that into one framework that we've been using internally for years, but we've never shared it publicly. Until now. We used it to design this, the slow feeder. Last year, this single product generated $375,000 in revenue. That's 85% of our total revenue from one product. But all of that started with just an idea. And today I will show you exactly how we went from that idea to this bestseller step by step using our triple diamond design process. And by the end of this video, you will be able to apply the same framework to design your bestseller. Or at the very least, design significantly better products. The foundation of our framework is something called the double diamond. It was developed by the British Design Council 20 years ago and is used across the product design industry. The concept is simple. Every design process has two phases. First, you find the right problem. Then you find the right solution. Each phase follows the same rhythm. You start with divergent thinking, where you go wide, explore as many options as possible and keep an open mind. Then you switch to a convergent thinking, where you narrow down, make decisions and commit to one direction. But here's the thing. The double diamond was designed for traditional product design, injection molding and mass manufacturing. For a 3D printing business, that's not enough. You can have a product that works perfectly. But if you need supports everywhere and has to be manually removed from a build plate every single time, you will never scale it profitably. That's why we added a third diamond, designed for 3D printing. This diamond focuses specifically on optimizing the product for 3D printing and automation. Can it print without supports? Can it be produced automatically? Can we run it 24/7 in our farm without touching it? 3 diamonds. Find the right problem, find the right solution, make it production ready. Now I know, divergent thinking, convergent thinking, 3 diamonds, it can sound complex, but it will all make sense when we go through the diamonds one by one. And we will be using our slow feeder as an example for every single step. Diamond number 1, discover and define. The first diamond is about research. You go wide first, explore problems, talk to people, read reviews. Then you narrow it down to one specific clear problem statement. Most product failures happen right here. People skip the research and jump straight into CAD. That's like printing without leveling a bed. It might work, but chances are it won't. For our slow feeder, we got curious about what actually makes the biggest difference in coffee extraction. About 2 years ago, we started researching. Grind consistency, temperature, pressure, water quality, all of it. But one thing kept popping up in some forums. The method of slow feeding. Home baristas were manually slow feeding beans one by one into their grinders, and they found a difference in taste of their coffee. After that, some big YouTubers were testing it and confirming the results. But now the next question is, how do we actually deliver this to the people? We researched different ways to slow feed. Number 1, manual. 1 bean at a time. It works, but it's tedious and inconsistent. Number 2, passive tools like auger systems or restricted funnels where beans fall through slowly. Simpler, but not repeatable. And number 3, an automatic slow feeding mechanism with electronics. The most complex option, but the best customer experience. And here's where we converge. Manual slow feeding works, but it's inconsistent and tedious. People need an automatic way to do it. And the solution direction was clear too. Yes, it requires electronics, yes, it's more complex, but it gives the customer exactly what they want. And that's the end results of diamond number 1. Clear problem, defined outcome. Now to the fun part, designing the actual product. And that's diamond number 2, develop and deliver. In theory, it's the same rhythm as diamond 1. You go wide first, then narrow down. In this diamond, you generate multiple possible solutions. Different mechanisms, different approaches. Then you converge to the best concept and validate that there's actual demand. But, and this is important, it's not production ready yet. That comes next, to diamond number 3. For the slow feeder, we explored 3 different mechanical approaches. Number 1, a flat rotating disc. Beans fall through a hole as the disc rotates over the grinder opening. Number 2 is an angled rotating disc. Beans feed one by one on an upward motion as the disc rotates. And number 3, an auger system, a spiral mechanism that pushes beans forward. We'll look at the concepts and evaluate them on simplicity, reliability and user control. But we didn't fully design all 3 of them. We just printed out some concepts and tested them. Speed matters a lot. You're not here to create 3 perfect products, but only a MVP, a minimal viable product. 1 prototype, that's enough, to prove or disprove your concept. After the tests, we converged on one single concept, the angled rotation disc approach. Why? Because it's simple, it gives us mechanical control over feed rate, and it felt most intuitive for a user to adjust. But here's what's interesting. The choice of the angled disc was also influenced by something we hadn't fully entered yet, Diamond 3. Because with an angled design, we're able to print the whole part without support. The electronics can be placed in the back with a lid, and the complete housing can be printed in one piece. That's a huge advantage for production. So even at this stage, the third diamond was already quietly shaping our decisions. Then we did one more iteration and showed it to the coffee community. I posted a video in a Facebook group for coffee nerds. Huge likes, huge comments. Real validation that there's demand for this product. Now you can have the best product design in the world, but without a website to sell it on, it's not going to work. That's where our sponsor comes in, .store domains. A detailed study actually shows that a website with a .store domain gets more traffic and rank higher on Google. Why? Because when customers see your site and name .store, they instantly know it's an online store. It's a perfect domain for anyone moving from a marketplace to their own store, and for everyone starting to sell anything online. That's exactly why we partner with .store domains. It also helps that 2 million sellers are already choosing a .store domain, including the likes of Rihanna, Emirates Airlines, Mr. Beast and many more. Now back to our slow feeder. After the Facebook validation, we spent time sourcing the right components. A proper motor, batteries, a switch and a speed control mechanism. The community was asking for adjustable speed control. But here's the thing. We knew competition might be coming. We'd already teased this in the Facebook forum, so we decided to launch fast with version 1, and if that one is successful, we add variable speed in a second version. We also offered a kit option. Customers could assemble it themselves at home. This lowered the price significantly, making it more accessible. At this point, we have a working, tested and validated concept that the community wants. But it's not production ready and also not automated for manufacturing at scale. And that's where Diamond 3 comes in, and where a nice product becomes a profitable business. Diamond 3, designed for 3D printing. This is our unique addition, and honestly, it's where the money is made. The third diamond follows the same rhythm. Divergent thinking first, explored all ways to optimize the design for 3D printing. Then convergent thinking, narrow down for automation and scalability. Most product designers stop after Diamond 2, but for a 3D printing business, production can be a bottleneck. And Diamond 3 removes that bottleneck. Our slow feeder design coming out of Diamond 2 needed 7 hours to print. It needed support in multiple areas, the battery compartment, the motor housing and also the disc rotation angle. And every support means more post-processing, more labor and more cost. So we went back into Fusion and asked ourselves, how can we redesign this so it prints without support? The slow feeder has 3 printed parts. For the housing, and this is a big one, the battery and motor compartment had all kinds of overhangs and pockets that needed support. We redesigned the internal geometry so that every surface is printable without support. Walls were angled, cavities were reshaped and mounting features were repositioned. All of it to hit one goal, 0 supports. And here's the result. The print time dropped from 7 to 5 hours. But the real cost saving comes from not needing to post-process and automation with our farm loop system. That's not a minor improvement, that's a difference between a side hustle and a real business. Let me show you the actual cost impact. We have here our ultimate pricing tool and we can run the number through it. Before Diamond 3, we had a print time of 7 hours and filament usage of 181 grams. The support alone was 41 grams. Then you need to manually remove the support, which costs time, and we end up with a cost per part of $10. After the optimization, we are down to 5 hours print time, 140 grams, no support, and no labor needed to post-process. And with our farm loop automatic printing system, we remove the time that is needed to detach a part and to reinsert the plate. And this way we land at a cost per part of $4.60. That's a 50% reduction from $10 to $5 per part. And here's what it means in scale. We are currently producing 300 to 400 feeders per month. That saving adds up to 1,500 per month, and per year that's 18,000 in savings, just from Diamond 3. And this is what most people miss. They design a great product and start selling right away, and wonder why the margins are so thin. It's because they skipped this step. Now let's zoom out. We just walked through the entire journey of the slow feeder, from an idea to the finished product. Diamond 1 gave us the right problem. Diamond 2 gave us the right solution. And Diamond 3 made it production ready for 3D printing. Now, once the product design is finished, That's when the next chapter starts. Marketing, product photography, listing optimization, pricing strategy. The triple diamond gets you a great product, but you still need to get in front of the right people. That's a topic for another video. If you want to start applying this framework to your own product, I've created a free triple diamond document that walks you through each diamond step by step. You can download it free from the description below. And if you want to dig deeper, we have a complete product design classroom inside our school community. In combination with the CAD challenge, you can start designing products in no time. Plus, in our school community, we have 400 active members who are building profitable 3D print businesses. Until then, happy printing, 3D farmers.